And yes, it is true, Michael Jackson is going to be a father. Already he has hired an entire staff of nannies, nurses, and extra bodyguards, which hopefully will protect the child from Michael Jackson.
March is Women's History Month, so ladies, that cake is not gonna bake itself. Before you ladies get angry and send a bunch of messages about how sexist that joke is, let me just remind you to finish baking that cake.
A new study suggests that heavier women get paid less than thinner women. That is, unless Che's at the strip club.
They say black guys don't tip.
In Virginia, police are looking for a stripper who stabbed a man for telling her she was too fat to strip. Police warn that the woman is armed and extremely fat.
Police in California are searching for the person who broke into a woman's house and stole a box containing her late husband's ashes. It's like they always say, no matter what, some bitch is always trying to take your man.
In Detroit, under a new prison rehabilitation program called Fresh Start, employers will get a tax break if they hire an ex-convict. Employers who hire more than one ex-convict will get robbed and killed.
According to the adult website Pornhub, the most searched for term in 30 of the 50 states was lesbian. But keep in mind, Michael travels a lot.
It's lonely on the road. Police in South Carolina arrested 3 women in bikinis who were beating up another woman. Said police, all right, break it up, that's enough.
In a recent interview, Christy Brinkley suggested that football players should have special gloves connected to lights on their helmets. That way, when they catch the ball, you'll know who has possession. Read these and other interesting ideas in Christy's new book, I'm an Idiot.
Subway sandwich spokesman Jared Fogle, who pleaded guilty to having sex with minors, was sentenced to 15 years in prison. Fogle said he was just happy to get anything under 18.
How did you think that was going to end? A British sex toy company has constructed a private booth in New York City for men to masturbate in. Good, because I'm getting tired of doing it in Colin's office.
What?
I'm kidding, man. I would never get tired of masturbating in your office.
Come on, man. I sleep in there.
The New York City Transit Authority plans to put up signs in subway stations asking city residents to be more polite when getting on and off the subway. Most New Yorkers say the idea sounds great and that the new signs will make excellent urinals.
California is considering a new law that would fine actors in pornographic movies up to $70,000 if they don't wear condoms, said the porn industry. Oh, yeah? And what are you going to do to us if we don't have the money?
The October issue of Penthouse, now on newsstands, contains a picture billed as, quote, the alien, the world's first authentic photograph. A survey of Penthouse readers finds that 60% think the photo's a fake, while only 40% think it's real. All 100%, however, found it, quote, surprisingly easy to masturbate to.
A new study finds that nearly half of non-smoking teenagers in the U.S. are exposed to secondhand smoke, while the other half don't have stepdads.
A French government survey finds that Disneyland Paris is the most popular tourist attraction in the country. And the most popular ride? women who don't shave their armpits of the Caribbean.
After just 3 months in prison, former Subway spokesman Jared Fogle has already gained 30 pounds. But that's what happens when your portions stop being child size. Oh, I'm the bad guy.
Yeah. Oregon police arrested a man who tried to steal a 2-foot-long python from a pet store by stuffing it down his pants. Yeah, said the man, "I'll give you a hint about which snake in my pants is bigger. It's the one that just bit my penis."
The LA District Attorney's Office has given Marsha Clark and Christopher Darden bonuses of over $10,000 for, quote, lengthy hard time duty, unquote, in the O.J. Simpson case. A spokesman for the DA said that the prosecutor's bonuses would have been even higher, except for the fact that they let a killer go free.
Burger King has introduced a Halloween-themed burger that has a black bun. Oh, sure, but when I turn black for Halloween, I'm setting back race relations.
I begged you not to do that.
In what is considered a remarkably short period of time, the head of the Federal Advisory Board, Dr. Peter Mehlman, has given speedy approval to a controversial new anti-obesity drug. It should be noted, however, Dr. Mehlman's wife is a fat pig.
A new survey lists the most romantic city in the country as Alexandria, Virginia, while the least romantic city is once again Flu Farts, Ohio.
A man in Brazil says that a penguin he rescued 5 years ago swims more than 5,000 miles every year just to visit him. That's how good the sex is.
Finally in the news, what is America's most honest city? To find out, a team of sociologists left 10 wallets filled with cash on the street in various urban centers. In Atlanta, 7 of the wallets were returned. In Seattle, 9 of the wallets were returned. But not surprisingly, in New York City, only 1 of the wallets was returned. Empty and shoved up some dead guy's ass. Campaigned in New Jersey, vowing, in his words, to prove Yogi Berra was right when he said, "It ain't over till it's over." Reached for comment, Yogi Berra said, "It's over."
You can't have whatever you want, all right? I know the forefathers said you have the right to own a gun, but they also said you could own people. Which, by the way, if I owned a whole field of jacked Africans, I'd probably want a dozen or so guns too.
Against the Jets last week, Buffalo Bills running back Thurman Thomas broke O.J. Simpson's career rushing record, and the week before, he surpassed Simpson in career touchdowns. Next up for Thomas, an attempt to kill 3 people at once.
A new study suggests that house cats share similar personality traits with African lions, and if they were bigger, they would kill their owners, instead of just waiting for them to die of loneliness.
Doctors have discovered that deer hunters are at an unusually high risk for stress-related heart attacks. Also at high risk for stress-related heart attacks, deer.
A Florida woman found a missing cat from Wisconsin which had wandered nearly 1,500 miles over 2 months. Or, and hear me out, sometimes cats look like other cats.
A team of doctors will soon perform a surgery that uses muscle and skin from a man's arm to give him a new penis, which he was born without. And before the man with no penis goes into surgery, let me just say this. Good luck, Colin. Now that's not...
Be thankful for what you got, Colin.
A female prostitute who was mistaken for a man spent 15 hours in the men's jail in Denver, where she had consensual sex with 2 male prisoners, making that the first time anyone at any time in any prison ever has ever had consensual sex.
A new report says the best place in the world for retirees is Switzerland, while the worst place for retirees is still at the top of a staircase.
Walmart stores have banned singer Sheryl Crow's latest album because of a lyric in one of her songs that says, quote, "Walmart sells guns to children." Oddly, the store made no objection to another lyric in the song, quote, "Walmart sells crap."
Hellmann's has announced that it is releasing an eggless vegan version of its mayonnaise. Hellmann's is calling the product Colin.
It's his month.
Oh, man.
Happy birthday to Mitt Romney, who today turns 69, which for Mormons is a sin.
Simpson had been discussing marriage with girlfriend Paula Barbieri, but reportedly she has called the wedding off. Her fear was that if they married, she would be brutally murdered. And then someone would try to pin it on OJ.
A nurse in New York State has lost her license after she was convicted of taking a picture of an unconscious patient's penis with her phone. Though, in her defense, it was a pretty hilarious use of face swap. Look at it all.
In economic news, the Mexican peso yesterday sank to an all-time low as it showed up drunk to a family reunion and hit on its cousin, the centavo.